recap of the letter that was written by Jim to his wife. So let's have a look at the board, the content of the letter. So in this letter, Jim explains about his own experiences in the battlefield and war between British and German army, and he also explains about the war between the two armies, that is the German army and the British army. Christmas party between both army, and he also wrote in that letter that they had a party together in the Christmas day. Jim met a German officer named as Hans Wolf, and they talked about their favorite writers, book, England, family, football, etc. Then on that party, Jim Macpherson met a German officer and his name was Hans Wolf, and they become friends and they talked about many things. They talked about what all things? They talked about their favorite writers, book, the place, England, and about their family and about football too. And they also had a football match between the two armies, and who won the match? In the last class we already discussed about that. Yes, the German army won the football match and the point was 2:1, and 2 points got for German army and 1 point to the British army, and the German army won the football match. They shared food, had a football match and celebrated Christmas well, and they also had food together. They ate the food together, they talked each other, they done everything in a good way, and they also celebrated Christmas well, and they also celebrated the Christmas in a good way. Both of them returned their places with peace. So actually both the armies were enemies, isn't it? But after this Christmas party, both the armies become friends, and both the armies returned back their home with peace. This is the content of the letter that we were discussing in the previous classes. Now all of you take your textbook page number 13. All of you take page number 13, second paragraph. The time came, and all too soon, when the game was finished. The schnapps and the rum and the sausage had long since run out, and we knew it was all over. I wished Hans well and told him I hoped he would see his family again soon, that the fighting would end and we could all go home. And actually the party was over, and all of them are about to return their places, go back to their places. And actually both the officers, that means Jim and Hans, were very much happy because they are now friends, and a little sadness, a feeling of sadness came there. And Jim also told him that I wish to see your family too. I wish to see your family. I think that is what every soldier wants on both sides, Hans Wolf said. Take care, Jim Macpherson. I shall never forget this moment, nor you. He saluted and walked away from me slowly, unwillingly I felt. He turned to wave just once and then became one of the hundreds of grey-coated men drifting back towards their trenches. Then, after that, they started talking again. And the German officer, that means the Hans, told Jim that, take care, Jim, and I will never forget this day. Actually, all the soldiers are very happy because they made peace and there will be no war between these two armies. Christmas party, both the army returned back to their place. That night, back in our dugouts, we heard them singing a carol and singing it quite beautifully. It was silent night. Our boys gave them a rousing chorus of White Shepherd's Watch. We exchanged carols for a while and then we all fell silent. We had our time of peace and goodwill, a time I will treasure as long as I live. So, dugout. What do you mean by this dugout? Dugout means the shelter of the soldiers. So, both the soldiers returned back to their places, and that was Christmas Day, isn't it? So, both the armies started singing the carol song and they exchanged the carol song each other. and that was a good Christmas day for them. And because no any incidents happen like this, because both the army become friends now, they are not enemies now. Dearest Connie, by Christmas time next year, this will be nothing but a distant and terrible memory. I know from all that happened today how much both armies long for peace. We shall be together again soon, I am sure for it. Your loving Jim. So this was the letter that was written by Jim to his wife, and he was explaining about his own experiences in the battlefield, and he also explains about his Christmas with the German army. Jim concluded the letter by saying that, and this Christmas was one of the great Christmas in my life, because both armies are now friends and we have nothing to worry about. And I hope in the next Christmas I will be with you. So this is the content of the letter. Hope everything is clear for you. So that's all for today. Thank you.